Hello gays, theys, and friends. I'm Theydy Bedbug, and I am so excited to be taking over Maxxx Pleasure's YouTube channel.
I'm Theydy Bedbug, and you're watching Maxxx Pleasure's channel.
I am a non-binary drag performance artist, drag creature, if you will. And in 2019, I had the pleasure of winning a local drag competition called Mix Brooklyn. As well as being a performer, I am also an educator. I teach the children, yes. Trans people are teaching our children. Trans people are teaching our children. I teach drama and drag, and I have an adult drag class through the Brooklyn Arts Exchange called Drag Performance Between and Beyond Gender. Because I feel like drag is something that everyone should be able to explore, not just the shiny people we see on TV. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions around drag. One gender posing as another gender. Only two genders. And I think drag as a potential healing tool, as a tool for collective liberation, can go far beyond that formula. You're probably here because you love drag or you want to start doing drag. But I know from many of the students who come into my class that that first step is super intimidating. And that's partially because of a lot of the misconceptions we have around drag and who gets to do it, as well as mainstream representations of drag that require a lot of money and capital to be able to even elevate to that level of glamour. I've told you what I don't think drag is, so let me tell you what I do think drag is. Drag is a space to channel gender euphoria in a hyper-realized and exaggerated way. I think it's also a chance to express aspects of my identity that I either don't want to on the day-to-day or I can't always access, and parts of myself that can't be categorized by Western colonial gender norms or even the human form. Drag can, of course, use gender as a starting point to create character, but I resist the idea that gender is a static thing in drag or in life, and I think it's something to be messed with and transformed. If you are considering exploring drag and you're feeling intimidated or nervous to do so, here are 5 questions that you can ask yourself to get a little bit closer to understanding why you want to do drag and what you have to offer drag, because I know you do. 5 questions to ask yourself if you're considering starting to do drag, especially if you want to make drag that is beyond the binary. 1, what do I want to transform with my drag? Do I want to transform my gender or my physical form, my face, my hair, my body? Rather than a static thing, I think gender is a place to play and experiment when we feel safe and welcome to do so. Do I want to transform the audience's perception of me? Do I want to transform the space I'm performing in? Do I want to transform how I feel? Yes. Then drag is for you. Question 2. What allows me to connect to my most empowered self? Something that's so special about drag is that it allows us to connect to these confident personas, these superhero characters, maybe that protect other parts of ourselves. And that's part of how they help us heal. I would definitely say that my drag has helped me heal a lot of my inner child wounds, a lot of the gender-based oppression that I've experienced. I think had I had access to drag earlier in my life, I probably would have come to who I am a lot sooner, and I probably would have avoided a lot of pain and trauma because my drag persona takes care of me and is brave and can protect me. So what allows you to connect to your most superhero self? Is it a specific costume piece that makes you feel gender euphoric, or a makeup style, or a mustache? Is it nails, or a certain way of moving or walking? Is it a certain song that makes you feel just so in your element, that allows you to capture the audience's attention so that they can't look away. And so that maybe you are creating more possibilities for them of who they can be. Question 3. What do I need to feel safe enough to explore this part of myself? Is it a close friend who can guide me, or a mentor who can pave a path for me, introduce me to people? Is it a class that I want to take? Is it a loving space or community to perform in, who I know will receive me with affirmations? Is it feedback? Is it alone time to grab my hairbrush in the mirror and lip sync it out? Connecting to that will help you to set up a space that is supportive to this brave journey you're about to take. I want more people to feel safe, to be brave and vulnerable, to show up as their authentic selves, because I think to suppress parts of ourselves, it limits the options for others. It limits the options for young people who are coming up in society. And shouldn't we be making the world a more accepting place for the generations that come after us? Question 4. What do I have to offer this art form? Right? So what are you gonna do to make it new? What's uniquely your drag? Are you a concert pianist? Are you a poet? Are you a visual artist? What other art form can you incorporate with your drag? Or maybe it's a new perspective. How can you elevate the form to something it's never been before? And lastly, one of the most important questions, I would say, who is my community in this? Is there a local queer scene that has an open mic night? Is there a drag show in your town where folks can come in the audience dressed up in drag and you can meet people, make connections? Is it an online community? Is it a group of queer and trans people who get together and belt it out and have dress-up parties? Do you have a chosen or biological family member who you can talk to about your drag character? It can be really intimidating to find the right people, and it can take time. I would say it took me 3+ years to find my drag family, and it's always evolving and developing and growing. It was a huge key in giving myself permission to try new things and fail, which I'm always doing, because that's part of being an artist and a human. But who's going to be there to catch you when you do, or call you in when you make a mistake? You know, who are your people? So I hope that through watching this video, you feel a little bit more brave and empowered to experiment. Because here's the thing, let's be real. We are all performing gender all the time, every day anyway. So might as well throw some glitter on it and enjoy yourself as you do it. I think that drag, if done in an authentic and intentional way, can be a source of better understanding yourself, healing the parts of yourself that have been harmed by these constructions of identity that we've inherited. How can we even begin to imagine a better world if we can't expand the full range of possibilities of who we as individuals can be in that world, and thereby who we can be as a community that supports each other in our full authentic expression of self? I hope that you will take the plunge and allow drag to be a playful and joyous tool of self-expression, discovery, and transformation. And may it bring you ever closer to who you are. Happy tranifesting, and thanks, Maxxx, for letting me take over your channel. Yes.